everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here at Auraa Talents podcast with Urvashi, the CMO of Auraa Talents. Urvashi, tell us about yourself.
First of all, thank you for having me. And what do you want me to tell you about myself?
How did this begin? Like, how did you come into this modeling world, this glam and everything? Like, did you ever want to come here?
Not at all. I never thought that I will be a part of this industry, but I was working in a corporate which did not work out for me. So one of my friend recommended me to this agency, and that's how I got into this industry, having no knowledge, zero background of this industry.
That's interesting, right? How fate takes us places. Like, do you enjoy this now?
Of course, I love it every day. And my family, my friends, they all know that I'm crazy about my job, the work that I do, because they know I am literally living in this company. Yeah.
Okay, can we start from the basics? Like, when you're scouting a model, what do you look in them?
So it's no longer about height and measurements only. It's about different factors. We look for uniqueness in a model, the way you look, because this industry is now thriving for diversity. We all know that. So how different you look, how different you stand out. And apart from that, there is this professionalism factor that you need to be on time, you need to show up on time. Modeling is considered as a glamorous profession, but it's a job. So you need to show up on time, you need to meet the deadlines on time for auditions, even on set with team members. You need to maintain that work ethic, even when you're shooting. So professionalism is very important. How you look, your personality, your charisma, your confidence is like, it will work wonders if you have all these qualities.
So when I started with Auraa Talents, we had these grooming sessions that were happening. So how important is grooming?
When we scout models, there are many models who are freshers or they are aspiring talents. They don't know how to start with, how do they approach agency. When I conduct these open castings, when I encounter these kind of questions, like what you are asking me now, I always guide them with the grooming processes. I'm not aware that, I'm not sure that if all agencies are doing it, but with us, when we scout a model, even if the model is experienced, we make sure that they are well prepared before they are launched from our side. The grooming processes involves posing practices, walking sessions, how they walk, then how they give the auditions, how they speak, how they present themselves, what attire they need to carry, or they should look very presentable while going for casting. So from head to toe, we cover all the basics. So these are all these. There are these many factors and segments that we divide in our grooming sessions.
Okay, what do you think is the most important posing tip?
Most important posing tip: confidence. When these models walk in and they have their first session, or even when they are getting scouted, the first and foremost thing that is told is to have that confidence in you. Because until unless you have this in you, no matter if you're doing a right pose or a wrong pose, it will be very visible that you are scared. And when you're in front of camera, you really can't show that emotion. You can't show your frustration, you can't show you're scared, you can't show you are not confident. You have to show it.
So do you think like faking confidence is something?
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it? Yeah. Yes, it is. So Urvashi, what advice would you give to aspiring models who want to get into an agency?
The best advice I would give is to be very well prepared. By preparing themselves, I mean to say they should have the knowledge of what they need to have in before applying in an agency or starting as a freelancer. It starts with basics like knowing that what kind of pictures have to be presented to either a client or an agency before going ahead as a model. Some models, they give us filtered pictures, edited pictures, Photoshop pictures, which doesn't work. We look for originality in someone, the natural self of these models, how they look, which is called Polaroids. And the more natural you are, it works better for us to take a call. And then besides that, they should be at least aware of the right and wrong, they should have that clarity, what kind of modeling they are into, what kind of model they are, the niche, basically. They should have this fashion knowledge, or at least a knowledge of beauty modeling, fashion modeling, plus size modeling. So that works. Just a basic understanding would work, which you will get on Google. You can just do your research over there. And then the third and most important is the social media presence, because we definitely, besides Polaroids, we definitely look in a model's Instagram handle how they present themselves, and after stepping in this industry, it gets very professional, like how you have maintained your social media handle. So if you're not having right pictures, to be very honest, the client today, the brands today, they all ask for social media handles along with portfolios.
Exactly.
One has to be very ready with the right amount of pictures, with clear pictures, not so much editing to be done. You cannot post anything at all. You have to be very mindful of what you're posting. So yes.
So, as you talked about social media, are there any instances that you came across that were like, sometimes when you look into pictures of a model, you like the Polaroids, but you go to social media and you just don't understand. There's a lot of ambiguity going on. So, what do you do then?
I encounter these kind of challenges when I'm looking in at a fresher's Instagram handle. Basically, they are posting everything from their college. They don't have any portfolio, no professional pictures. I completely understand that. But with phone also, you can do so much. Naturally clicked photos are well taken while naturally taken photos works well. You can have your outdoor shots, your indoor shots, take your friends out, ask them to help you when they click your pictures. You can do your most natural poses, whatever you know. You don't have to be, doing, you don't have to sit in between a road and then do posing over there. But
simple, subtle poses. Yeah, anything that shows your profile, something that shows up your face.
Snapchat filters, nothing like that.
Not those Gen Z pictures where they hide their faces.
Definitely. They have to maintain their social media handle very nicely.
Okay, what are the common missteps that models do that they should avoid before signing into an agency?
They're not aware of their height. Most of the time, most of the models, they always say, I am XYZ height, but that's not how it works. Most of the models, they consider taking height with heels or shoes. That's not how it works.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So height, when we are calling any model for any scouting or we meet anyone, when we measure height, we do not take with heels or shoes. None of the agency takes like that. But models are under this impression that, oh my God, my height is 5'7", but in reality, they turn around to be, 5'4", 5'5", which is not problematic.
So they're saying that in heels they're 5'7" and that is their real height.
Yeah, they think like that, but it has to be taken without your footwear.
Wow. Okay. Guys, please, without heels, without shoes. That is all we want. As we're talking about modeling and everything, there's one thing that comes with modeling is rejection. So, what do you think? I think you should tell the models that it's not something that they should take personally.
No agency will give the feedback, particularly for a model, like what they lack or what they don't like. It's not about lacking in anything most of the time, but sometimes it may be with the agency itself. They are looking for something else, and you are not the right fit, and the agency is not the right fit for you at the moment. So how well you can take that rejection has to be more towards, you need to have that mental resilience. So staying fit and mental resilience are again more important here because most of the models, when they get rejected, they call us every time and ask for the feedback. We cannot share the feedback because we are looking for something else at the moment and we cannot give an answer to them. But it's nothing to do with they lack somewhere. They can always improvise. They can be prepared. You may never know if you're getting rejected by an agency right now. You may be scouted with somebody else and you may make wonders in your life.
Yeah, I mean, there's something always better going on.
It's like a job, how you apply to a job, you get rejected. You go to another company, you apply for the job. You don't give up like that. So it's not like that you lack in something, but you're self-aware that you know that, okay, I need to improve myself. That's it.
And how do you feel when these models accuse you of I sent my portfolio and I sent my pictures and you did not respond and this agency is bad? What do you think? What should
they call all of these answers, ma'am? This is what I've heard from scouting team. Ma'am, I have sent my portfolio a few days back. I haven't got the responses. Basically, any agency who is looking for a model, new fresh or new sign-up, they take a couple of days to respond back. And they cannot respond back to all the models. So they will respond to only shortlisted ones. We do that. And when there's a when there's a model who is coming up with this question, am I selected or not? There's this only thing that we tell that within 3 to 5 working days, if they're not getting any responses, so probably it didn't work out.
This is a very interesting question. So, what does a day in your life look like as a modeling agent?
A day in my life looks
Yes.
like, okay. Do I need to tell entire thing or just
Give us a gist.
a gist?
Yeah.
It starts with connecting with all the clients again for the models that we have, going through the messages and addressing their issues and concern if they have any or must have faced last day or overnight. And then we start with the marketing processes, discussing with internal team, with social media team, with content team, with marketing team, with sales team, with accounts team. That's how the work is carried, and we don't even know when it's night and we are still going on with our processes. So it's like a cycle.
Yeah.
It's very hectic, but it gives you that kick every day that you need to prove yourself to your talents.
Yeah.
And that kick drives me, that means that my dopamine is released. Yeah.
From all the experiences that I've heard from all the international models, Indian models, they think of Auraa Talents as a family. Yeah. So with family, there's a lot of responsibilities that come in your bag. So how do you deal with that?
When I joined this company, the first thing that our founder taught me was having that warmth and connection with talents. Forget about the number of jobs you're getting or how well you're working, but we run on emotions. So we have to make sure we cater to all their needs. We understand their issues, we hear them out, and then we try to solve. I know that not a lot of issues can be solved because sometimes we have to think of client and brand and market and other things, which we make them very clear about. But this family thing has started when Auraa was established. All these things were inculcated by our founder, Arpita, and she inculcated that thought in me. And that's how it's being passed to all the team members, that you have to cater to all their model needs, address the issues, speak to them, communicate. And that's how they feel very lightly, very lighter in their heart. And taking care in the apartment, making sure that there's a model manager who's looking forward to all their needs, what they need. They are promptly replying to them. And if there's any model who would like to connect with us, they always know there are multiple managers and there's always somebody who will hear us out.
Yeah.
That's what a person needs.
Yes.
So yeah, it definitely feels like a family, and it breaks my heart when these international models, their contract is over and they go back, and I have that conversation with them. How well do they keep up with that? Of course they can't. So, but yeah, this is what it is. It's this profession, and they have to keep moving ahead.
That is so beautiful, Urvashi. I'm so glad I had you on this show.
Thank you so much, Surbhi. It was lovely having you, and I enjoyed this session. It was like going through a flashback and recalling all the memories, learnings, experiences.
You know, when I was going to start this podcast, I didn't know it would get this emotional by the end. And I was like really moved by your words, like what you have to say about the models.
That's so sweet of you.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same connection with you.
So guys, if you like this podcast, do like, share and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Don't forget to press that bell icon.